What's up, guys, and welcome to the Tim's Sports Talk for some Monday Night Football recap. We had the Chiefs versus the Ravens, and honestly, tonight it was basically all the Kansas City Chiefs. They took it 34-20, and it was pretty much a decisive victory. Not a lot of offense for one of the best offenses in the game coming out of the Ravens, but the top headline is Patrick Mahomes. Holy moly. 31 for 42 on 385 yards and 4 touchdowns, as well as 4 carries, 26 yards, and 1 touchdown. Holy moly. Against this defense, against Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith, Marcus Peters, just dismantled. And a lot of it had to do with obviously Patrick Mahomes, but also the play calling, the play designs coming from Andy Reid. So many misdirections, so many finding open tight ends or finding open fullbacks, or they even threw a touchdown to a left tackle. What's his name? Was it Eric Fisher? Yeah, Eric Fisher scores a 2-yard touchdown. Their left tackle. It was unbelievable day coming from this team, and there was just so much to it. You only had, besides Lamar, you only had 12 carries coming from the best run team in the game in the Baltimore Ravens. 4 carries, 39 yards for Edwards, 7 carries, 30 yards, and 1 carry, 6 yards. They didn't even run the ball poorly. If you include Lamar's, they had 21 carries for 158 yards. That is really, really good. And it looked like it was going to be a long game, because the Ravens came out and drove down the field. They ended up not punching it in, which turned out to be a big deal. But they went all the way down inside the red zone first drive, and it's like, okay, these offenses are about to go for a shootout. Well, that turned out not to be the case. Actually, the Ravens only scored 13 points on offense. It was a Duvernay kickoff return, which was the first of the year, apparently. Not for the Ravens, for the entire NFL. I didn't realize, I don't know if that's a thing. Is that something that's common, that it takes a while to get that first kickoff return? But that's what happened tonight, or what happened this year. So very interesting. Duvernay actually did not have, he looked like an interesting guy. He didn't actually get that many targets tonight, but when I saw him get the ball, I liked what I saw. I think he also had a big play that was called back for a penalty. I think that's why that you only see 2 catches for 7 yards. But so I saw him more than just 1 catch or 2 catches, I feel like, because obviously there was also the kick return. You know what? Maybe it was just a couple other kick returns. He looks like a really good kick returner for the Ravens. Another thing is the Ravens defense got 0 sacks, which they probably should have had 1. I did not like the offsides call on Matthew Judon. I think he timed the snap perfectly to get a hold of Pat Mahomes, and he just beats the left tackle. Actually causes a fumble, but Pat Mahomes picked it right back up. But they threw the flag for an offsides. I went back and I slowed it down, and to me, it looks just like a perfectly timed snap. Kind of a ticky-tack call, in my opinion. Also, you had a call on their other tight end. I don't think it was Boyle. Obviously, it's Andrews, Boyle. I think they have one more tight end. They had a penalty of tripping call, which put Lamar back up, I believe, on the second drive, and he ends up getting a sack fumble. And they didn't lose it, but they just didn't have anything after that, because I think Lamar ran for like a 12, 13-yard gain for a first down, and that got negated for a tripping penalty. Yeah, and Kansas City didn't run all that amazing. 20 carries for 64 yards. That's just over 3 yards a carry for Edwards-Helaire. They did have a nice end-around to start the game with Tyreek Hill. He had a 22-yard play on the first drive. But outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot of run game coming from the Chiefs. It was just all Patrick Mahomes. Again, 31 for 42, 385 yards and 4 touchdowns. Against the Ravens defense. They are the best defense in the league. especially in the secondary. Nobody has corners to match Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, and Jimmy Smith. Nobody has corners like that. What's up, sports fan all day? Yeah, so, and another big headline is Lamar Jackson didn't even throw for 100 yards today. He had 15 for 28, 97 yards and a touchdown. He did have a really nice throw to Mark Andrews that had to be perfect, and Andrews did get a hand on it. I think he should have been able to come down with it. It would have been a nice catch. But still, I still think that Mark Andrews should have came down with that. So Lamar had a little bit of inaccuracy today, but overall, I don't think he played all that poorly. Just the defense for Kansas City really played well today. They were all over the football. They were constantly coming up and tackling these quick receivers for short gains, and also the running back. So the kudos to the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Spagnuolo, however you want to say it, but I call it Spagnuolo. He had a really good defense. He's a multi-champion defensive coordinator. This guy knows what he's doing, and he really bottled up this fantastic Ravens offense. Let's look at some other team stats. Oh, I didn't even look at this beforehand. 10 of 13 on third downs for Kansas City. Against the Ravens defense, that is insane. 10 for 13, only 3 for 9 from the Ravens. They were 0 for 1 on fourth down. Kansas City was actually 0 for 2 on fourth down. But 10 of 13 on third downs, that keeps drives alive. That keeps the offense on the field, and it keeps that defense fresh to try to keep up with Lamar Jackson. And they did a pretty good job. Running the ball, Lamar had a decent day. 9 carries, 83 yards. I mean, that's just over 9 yards a carry. That's fantastic. What you got, sports fan? I just got done watching the Stanley Cup. The Lightning ended up pulling it off. Oh, I don't follow hockey too much, especially once the Capitals are out. So, but cool, good for the Lightning. Don't have much problems with the Lightning. So, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning the Stanley Cup. Let's see here. But yeah, so on the ground, Lamar Jackson did not have a terrible day. Look at this. Both teams had 6 penalties. Kansas City was for 38 yards. Ravens was for 45 yards. Time of possession. I harp on the time of possession all the time. And yeah, 10 of 13 wins you the time of possession battle 99 times out of 100. And yes, they had 34 minutes for Kansas City, 26 minutes for the Ravens. That's 8 minutes separating them. That's way too much to win a ball game. But because of that kickoff return, the Ravens did have a shot late. I believe they had the ball down 27-20, but Kansas City did come up again with a big stop. So it just Kansas City played a beautiful game, except for their special teams. The kicker missed a PAT and a field goal. Not good. Silky shooter, go Cowboys. We're first in the division right now. I can't even say that with a straight face. We're not very good, but Cowboys are a really good team. So if you're a Cowboys fan, congrats. I think they're a really good team. They just had a tough schedule to start, obviously playing the Seahawks and the Rams. So I think the Cowboys will end up taking the division this year. But oh, it's tough. What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? I think they're decent. To be honest, your defensive line is actually really improved. You still have Lawrence, and then you have Everson Griffith. The defense secondary, I think, is a little bit of a problem for y'all. But, clearly because Matt Ryan went off, Russell Wilson went off. But your offense is stacked to the gills. I'm doing good, Rob. I'm doing good. I'm having fun with this channel. Got married in January. I know you should be getting married soon, right? Or did you already? You got married, but the wedding is going to get pushed back or something? I remember seeing it on Facebook, but... But yeah, I've been doing all right. How have you been? Let's see here. Yep, all right, that's what I remembered. Well... hopefully everything is better by then, and I hope it all works out for you. Thanks, man. I'm having fun doing it. The channel's really cool. Since the season started, I've almost doubled in size as far as subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. But let's see here. 517 yards of total offense coming from Kansas City. I still can't get over that against this top tier defense. And actually the Ravens had more drives. They had 11 drives to Kansas City's 10 drives. I know they can't. I guess that the Ravens must have gotten. Yeah, they had the ball the last. So one drive basically didn't count. I'm pretty sure they just knelt it right before half. That must be counted as a drive. So basically each team had 10 drives. Man, Pat Mahomes spread the ball around too. Nobody had 100 yards on his 385-yard day. You had Travis Kelce, 6 catches for 87 yards. Hardman, 4 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. Hardman, I believe, also had that drop touchdown, so he could have been the one to go over 100. It was a beautiful ball by Pat Mahomes, but he did not come down with it. Hilaire, I talked about he didn't have a great day on the ground, but 5 catches, 70 yards coming out of the backfield. Sammy Watkins also had 7 catches, 62 yards on 8 targets. So, and touchdowns, he has 4 different receivers for touchdowns, but actually one was a fullback and one was a left tackle. How insane is that? The left tackle coming in, reporting eligible, and gets a 2-yard touchdown. Andy Reid, that's a great call. I love that call. Give the big man some love. Give him a touchdown. Fisher, I'm sure he's been there for a while. How he is 29. I think they drafted him, so I think he's been there the whole time. Give your big man some love. I love that. Coming from Michigan was Eric Fisher. Patrick Queen, the rookie linebacker for the Ravens, had his hands full tonight. I think he's a really good linebacker. He ended up only with 4 tackles tonight, but he did not know where to go with this play calling. He would try to, I got this screen, I'm going to eat it alive. And then they would throw another different screen to a tight end, or the touchdown to the fullback. He's running out to go to try to catch Tyreek Hill. Nope, we're giving it to the fullback. He had his hands full tonight. The rookie learned a lot. He's going to get a lot of good film from this to see what mistakes. It stinks in the moment to have to go against Patrick Mahomes in your third start ever, but I think that he will take a lot coming from this. The Patrick Queen, or it is Patrick Queen, right? No, I got myself set. Yep, Patrick Queen. He was their first round linebacker choice coming from the Ravens, so he has a bright future, but today was a struggle. The Duvernay kickoff return was a thing of beauty. He perfect blocking, got to the outside, beat him to the corner, beat the kicker down the sidelines, didn't even have to make that many moves. It was literally just almost a straight line, get to the sidelines and run straight up the sidelines. That was a fun kickoff to return to watch. I still can't believe that was the first kickoff return for a touchdown in the entire season. There's an argument to be said. The Ravens should have ran the ball more, even though they were down. I've seen them before come back from behind being a run-first team anyway. So I think that they should have committed to the run a little bit more, and they may have been able to come back even without throwing the ball that much if they ran the ball more. Only 12 carries coming from your running backs is not enough. Even down, they were 27-3. I still would like them to see run the ball more, just to keep Pat Mahomes off the field, control the ball a little bit more, and they're good enough where Lamar could break out a run of 60 yards out of nowhere, and Mark Ingram could have a great day, and then J.K. Dobbins is a home run hitter. He only had 1 carry today, and he could do a lot on the ground. I think they, even going down, they're a good enough run game. They need to run the ball more, and that was a big factor that they took them out of their comfort zone. This is the best running team in the league, and you only had 21 carries on the night, including Lamar Jackson. does not spell good results for the Ravens. Yep, and also Lamar Jackson did not throw any interceptions, but he had 2 fumbles, 1 lost, and that one hurt. I believe it was right before half, and the Chiefs should have got a field goal out of that, but Harrison Buckner missed the field goal. And missed a PAT too. Butker just last week, he was the hero, man. 3 field goals in a row to beat the Chargers in overtime. Justin Herbert almost stole the victory coming out of the Chiefs, but he did not because of all of Harrison Buckner. But then he came right back and did not do well. Let's see here. Anything else to add about this game? I think that pretty much wraps it up. You had a little bit of everything in this game. Good offense, good defense, special teams, missed field goals. Unfortunately, the only thing you did not have is a game that came down to the wire, and it's you can't get everything you want. You can't get everything you want, and that is all for me. Thank you guys for anybody who commented. Thanks for watching me, and until next time, we have Skins in the Game tomorrow night. I also plan on doing a fantasy football talk with a buddy of mine, Daryl, who unfortunately is a Ravens fan. I'm sure he's not happy tonight. But on Wednesday night, we'll go live probably around 7 or 8. I don't know exactly what time yet for that. But tomorrow we go live for Skins in the Game for 7 to go over the Redskins game and get ready for this Ravens team, which, whew, yeah, it's going to be I don't know if I can just do 5 things we need to do to beat the Ravens. We need to do like 25 things to beat this team, and they're just going to come out and be even angrier because I almost was hoping they won this game. Maybe we could have a little bit of a trap game feel next week. It would have been a little bit of hope, but now after this loss on Monday night, I think they're going to come back and just destroy us next week. So, but thanks, and till next time, see ya.